Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Today I want to sum up everything we know about the Volkswagen ID.3 because there always been updates step by step each time when something came out, and I always made a video each time, but I get a lot of questions that are basic and I want to sum this all up so people know everything about the car up till now. So the Volkswagen ID.3 is based on the MEB platform, which stands for Mobile Elektrobaukosten. It just means that it's a platform for electric cars that a lot of different electric cars can be built on. It can be a hatchback, can be a SUV, can be a sedan. It's very versatile platform where it can be a motor in the back, in the front, different sizes of battery in the middle. And they're using this platform for example, for the Seat Elborn. Seat is a brand in the Volkswagen group. And they also sold this platform to Ford, so Ford can build 2 electric cars as far as I know. Volkswagen presented the car as a concept a few years ago and as a camouflaged version with everything hidden, like fully charged, for example, was driving it in South Africa and stuff like this when they were testing it. But the real news started in April of 2019, where Volkswagen started a countdown on their website, counting down to May 8th, and they already said that from this date on there will be the presentation and you can pre-book the car in a special edition with special features and a special price, and special doesn't mean cheap. So the countdown went down, and on May 8th I was there. The second it went down, and wanted to pre-order the car right away because it just sounded very interesting. And nobody knew how much it would cost, and I think it was different for different countries, and it was also available in Europe. And there was the presentation where they said everything. Well, everything. I said a lot of things that we didn't know before, but it was very interesting. It was a very well-made presentation, and the pre-booking started for the first edition. So, let's sum up stuff about the ID.3. ID.3 will have 3 different sizes of battery. Net capacity, so the battery's capacity that's available to drive 45, 58 and 77 with a WLTP range of 330, 420 and 550 kilometers. Nobody knows if this is a calculated number or this was really tested. We don't know. That means that we have an average consumption, a WLTP of 13.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is pretty low. And we just don't know how the reality will be when the car comes out, but we will know in a few months. What we got to know at this presentation, we saw the car, the camouflaged version, nothing inside, just the outside, how it looks like, that's hatchback. And it's just different than other manufacturers who started with a big SUV and they also used the car that's already as a fossil version, so as an ICE car there. And they just replaced the motor with the engine with a motor and put the battery in the bottom. It's just easier to do that with a big SUV, but Volkswagen did this MEB platform and made a hatchback first. ID stands for intuitive device, and the number 3 just means that there will be bigger cars and smaller cars on this platform. The ID.3 will be capable of being connected to the internet at all times for over-the-air updates, to have traffic information, maybe more, maybe streaming, we don't know yet. We know that Volkswagen is trying to build the car CO2 neutral. That means yes, the production of the car will produce CO2, but as low as they can. The plant they will be building, the power comes from renewable energy, and what the production of the car is using on CO2, they investing and building projects that will reduce CO2 for other things. So at the end it should be CO2 neutral. The first edition is now the thing that they started for pre-bookers. You can register, pay €1,000. In other countries it was a different number, only in Europe. And then you have a spot So when the car comes out and the first cars will be built will be the first edition, those people get the cars very early before the dealerships. In the period between May 8th and September 9th, where the world premiere of the ID.3 was at the Frankfurt Motor Show, we got to know a bit more things. A few people were driving the car but couldn't show anything from inside, just a bit from the outside, and explain a bit. We know that it has a 150 kilowatt motor in the back, so rear wheel drive. We know that it had 310 Newton meters of torque, and we know that the charging. So the 3 versions of the car, 3 battery sizes, will have different charging. By the way, we don't know if the motor, 150 kilowatt motor, can produce the 115 kilowatt with the 45 kilowatt hour battery. It's possible that this is only 100, but the middle size battery with the 58 kilowatt hours can produce the 150 kilowatt, and it's possible the big one can produce even more. We don't know. Charging, AC charging, the small battery 7.4 kilowatt, the middle and the big battery will be AC charging 11 kilowatt. DC charging, we don't know exactly the smallest battery, but the middle battery 100 kilowatt and the big battery 125 kilowatt. At the Frankfurt Motor Show, September 9th, then introduced the car. Presentation was pretty boring and not very well made, but we got to know a few more things. So the battery sizes now have a name. 45 is Pure, 58 is Pro, and 77 is Pro S. For the first edition, the different feature packages now have a different name too. Before it was First, Plus and Max. Now it's Line 1, Line 2, Line 3. On September 11th till October 9th, right now, people in Germany, I don't know if other countries can do that, I haven't heard of it yet, but in Germany you can go to your Volkswagen dealer and select for your first edition color out of 4, the feature package out of the 3, and interior color out of 4. And I made a special video about this, you can watch it here. And there's a certain number for different packages. Already seen a video where the Line 3 in white with interior black and gray was already sold out for Germany. It's not, we don't know exactly if this is the way that it is, but I know from the dealership that there is a certain number of the variants that you can get. So if you have your Volkswagen pre-ordered, go and select your color, not that you cannot get the package that you wanted. We now know that the production of the first edition will start in November of this year, and the first deliveries should start at April of 2020, and also in April people that pre-ordered the car can order the car for real with the real price and sign the contract, and not long after that they will receive the cars, but of course according to the reservation time they reserved the car. So people that reserved the car before get the car earlier. Where they're building it in Zwickau is in east of Germany, and this factory was producing Golf, and they changed, or they're in the middle of changing one line for the ID.3, and they're also building more stuff so they can build more lines only for the ID.3, and in a few years, 1 or 2 years, they only want to produce electric cars in that factory. So what we're doing right now is just waiting till April of 2020, guessing a few weeks before, where you get a newsletter from Volkswagen that your car is able to be ordered. Then you go to the Volkswagen dealer, sign the contract, and hopefully receive the car as soon as possible. I'm sure there will be more news about features of the car and feature packages, and of course exact price, because right now lowest battery under 30,000 euros. First edition starts under 40,000 euros. The second feature package under 46, and the Max or Line 3, where it has everything that Volkswagen was developing, was under 50,000 euros, which is a bit high. And maybe they will change that according to the feedback they get from customers. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.